Now let's talk about network security within our VPC. So we have network ACL and security groups. So if we look at our VPC and look at a public subnet, we have an EC2 instance. And the first line of defense for our EC2 instance is a NACL, or a network ACL, which is a firewall that is controlling traffic from and to the subnet. So remember, it is at the subnet level, in which we can define allow or deny rules, and then attach at the subnet level, and the rules can only include IP addresses. So if we look at this diagram, as we can see, the NACL is going to be filtering traffic in and out of the subnet before it reaches our EC2 instance. The second line of defense we have, and we've been already using it so far in this course, are security groups. And this is a firewall that controls traffic to and from an ENI, so an Elastic Network Interface, or an EC2 instance. And the security groups can only have allow rules. And finally, they can reference either IP addresses and other security groups. So in this example, we have the security group around our EC2 instance, and that controls the traffic going in and out of our EC2 instance. So the security group and the NACL are quite different. The NACL is at the subnet level, and the security group is at the EC2 instance level. And from an exam perspective, that should be all you need to know. Now, there is a more complete table around the differences of the security group and the network ACL. Let's look at the most important ones, and these are the first three. Well, a security group operates at the instance level, whereas a network ACL operates at the subnet level. A security group supports only allow rules, whereas a network ACL supports allow rules and deny rules. And finally, in a security group, the return traffic is automatically allowed, regardless of any rule, so that's called statefulness. And in network ACL, the return traffic must be explicitly allowed by rules, which is called stateless. So that's it. Again, from an exam perspective, I really think the first two or the first three rules are enough. So let's go into our default VPC to see what we have. So in our default VPC, on the left-hand side, we can see for security, either security groups or network ACLs. So if I click on security groups, we find the exact same security groups we had from before when we were using the EC2 console. So this menu right here and the menu in the EC2 console are the exact same. It depends on if you want to see it from the perspective of a VPC or if you want to see it from the perspective of an EC2 instance. So we have 5 security groups in here, and we can look obviously at the security group rules, for example, for Launch Wizard 1, which was created from before. As we can see in this security group, the inbound rules allowed HTTP on port 80 and SSH on port 22 from anywhere. For the about rules, it did allow all traffic on all ports, all protocols, and anywhere, effectively giving our EC2 instance the right to talk to any websites. Next, for network ACLs that we haven't seen yet, as we can see, one network ACL has been created, and it is associated at the subnet level, so associated with 3 subnets. And then when we can look at it, we can see that there are some inbound rules. So this is saying that all traffic on all ports from everywhere is allowed, effectively saying that anything can go through it. And if you look at the outbound rules, yet again, it's allowing all traffic on all ports anywhere. So this is called the default network ACL because it allows everything in and everything out. But if we wanted to, we could create some rules, create a rule number, for example, rule number 200, and then you can define the type of traffic you wanted to allow or deny in and out of your subnet. Again, remember, network ACL is at the subnet level. And we can see that the default network ACL has been associated with my 3 subnets, which is what we would expect from a network ACL. So that's it. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next lecture.